Shadows ready to attack, no warning shot, no polite hello. Has wicked grin and a toxic glow. She's dripping poison like gossip at brunch. A sharp bite and you become her lunch. Sexy till you're twitching on the floor. She's smirking in your face, then comes back for more. Bite, bite, baby, better say your prayers. Venom's got stilettos and homicidal flair. She's vicious, delicious, a queen with a sting. The sexiest nightmare you've ever seen. Pucker up, sugar. Mama's venom tastes sweet.
Okay. Do we have any sound? Can you guys hear me okay? Aha, we have sound. Okay. Whew. I have never fought so hard to try and get things going, but we are going to power through. Okay. How is everybody? Thank you guys so much for staying. I do not know what is happening, but I've got some apps that are conflicting with my sound, and that's causing an issue. So I will make sure that this does not happen again. But I appreciate each and every one of you who have stayed and waited through this with me. We're going to make it through to the other side. So, how's everyone's day? Hi, Chucky. Thank you for being here. Shane Reynolds, Tammy, look around. Who else do we have here today? Oh, we have maybe not here. Glad you guys could make it and stick around for the fire that is Venom, the chaos. One way or the other, like I said, we will power through this. Don't know how, we will. So, I'm going to go ahead and just start with at least the presentation that I have. Hopefully, I will be able to get my audio to at least play on your end so you could hear what I've got. Okay, so we all know the story of LP and JC and how they have to deceive people. That's their whole thing. This is a disclaimer. The account is based entirely on public available police and court records, filings, and documented proceedings. All statements attributed to the individuals are quoted directly from official documents or clearly identified as factual observations. No allegations are made beyond what is contained in the public records and or public police records or recordings from police 911 calls. Despite a finalized divorce, records show that the parties continue to reside at the same address and jointly hold or transfer assets. In multiple proceedings, each party claims limited individual ownership while benefiting from a shared property, but use this as a protective shield from countersuits and less criminal acts, because we're learning that even with bankruptcy, they can get some debts discharged, but if it's criminal or it's something that they have done with negligence to someone or something, they can actually have their assets seized. Okay, so we've got the accusations are made, cases become civil, and then it opens a doorway to each other's ownerships and funds of possessions. We're going to go back to the town hall meeting, and we have the unknown caller. Now, this caller, this person, had materialized early on um, and was watching, ironically, the live stream from, I believe they stated Madam Mayor. And in Madam Mayor's live stream, she was streaming that town hall meeting that we all seen happening. And a phone call was made to Levy County. So I'm going to draw that up for you. Again, these are public records. And hopefully we can get it played okay. Let me know if you guys could hear this all right.
this needs to be something done. That this couple was just
Are you guys able to hear this?
You're there to.
Okay. Gonna start it again.
Hi, I just wanted to report a crime. I was watching a live stream video of Otter Creek, and Lynette Michelle Preston, violated a protection order, and I just think this is very reprehensible that the sheriff seen and let her leave. This needs to be something done. That this couple was just assaulted a couple days ago. You're there to serve. I mean, please. People are seeing this all over the country.
Okay, so it's
Harrison Levy.
So it's at the post office or where?
No, it's at the Levy County Townhouse.
Ma'am, just a moment, ma'am, just a moment, ma'am, just a moment. I have radio traffic. Just a moment, okay?
And this date goes back to February 20th, 2024 at the town hall meeting. This recording is still going. The officer has this person on hold. They are calling to report the crime that they are witnessing. I'll actually just fast forward this because it's just all paused, waiting for the officer to come back. And you guys could still hear it okay, right? Same call.
Hello?
This is Shauna from Levy County Sheriff's Office. Were you the one that called the sheriff's office about something that happened at the Otter Creek Town Hall?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's on TV. I mean, it's being broadcast that the person that has a protective order was again at this meeting unlawfully, lied about it. The sheriff's don't arrest her. And these people have been assaulted. I mean, I think this is a big failure of not just the justice system, but it's very disheartening to see that Levy County is letting its sheriff's department be painted in such a bad light.
Okay, so what,
there's
what are you watching the live screen on?
YouTube. It's the former mayor has her own live screen channel, and she was in the town hall, which was a disaster in its own. Like, the sheriff should have been called for the way that those men were very belligerent to the town clerk. And so the meeting was adjourned because the two people walked out of it. Two of the councilmen walked out of it. Lynette was there sitting just a couple seats in front of the person that has the protective order, and then nothing's done. We've watched many times, but I just can't believe this is happening after they were assaulted at the barbecue.
Are you still there?
Hello, Big Bob. We're listening to a recording on 2/20/24.
Hello?
This is Shauna from the Levy County Sheriff's Office. I was talking to you, and I think your phone dropped or I lost the call.
Yeah, it said that the call failed on your end. I don't mind. So
I'm on a landline, so I'm not sure. Do you want to talk to one of the officers that was there, or?
No. I just think from a public safety standpoint that these things, especially after they were assaulted just a couple of days ago, I think it should have been taken way more seriously.
Who was it that was assaulted?
Jeremy Hales was assaulted at a barbecue place after being stalked there by the son of the victim's advocate. That's being investigated by your sheriff's department as well.
Okay, so he was assaulted and stalked by the son of who?
I believe her name is Amanda Jones. She's the victim's advocate.
Okay.
Do you not, does this information not get shared in briefings or anything?
Well, if it happened when we're off, I have no idea what happened. So,
No, okay. Well,
I mean, if it's
that's
being
unfortunate.
investigated, then they'll investigate it.
Okay. Do you need anything else from me?
Do you want to leave your name? I have your phone number, but you want to leave your name?
No, I don't.
No. Okay.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, so there we have my first little call into Levy County. We have a concerned citizen who is watching Madam Mayor's, the previous mayor, watching her live stream of the town hall meeting that night that John and Lynette claimed they did not see George in the parking lot, that they sat there, I believe it was 2 hours prior to the meeting, or at least a good hour and 50 minutes prior. And what did we see happen that night? We seen them flat out lie to the police department, to Levy County Sheriff's Office, and tell them that they were being sworn in. How? How were they being sworn in? These are answers they never gave. We had Russell Meeks and Don Severino who walked out of that meeting. They walked out of that meeting because they had missed so many meetings. They were no longer part of the town. And LP and JC could not, by what was explained and shown through all the videos through Madam Mayor and other people, Jeremy, Travis, I believe even there were other streamers, I will say, that showed what was going on with this. And anybody who, even clerk, they had to be voted in. They had to be approved by the council. Anybody going to a seat would have to be on the ballot and voted in. They couldn't just walk in willy-nilly and become members of the council and a clerk. So we go on, and you can see, I believe, in my opinion, they made a plan. They created a plot, and this was well devised. They thought out exactly what they were going to do and how they were going to do it. Who the they is, the we don't know. Like it says here, they said they were to be sworn in. She is clerk. JC put as a member of the council for Otter Creek. But how? Neither were on the ballot. But they claimed we met with the state's attorney and we said what we were doing, meaning that night. They claimed earlier that day they met. JC gave a statement saying that we met with the state's attorney. When Levy County Sheriff's Office asked, who's we? Who did you meet with? It became she, I believe, met with the state's attorney. So his statement changed. Well, I would like to know, the public would like to know, who is we? And why did we become she, John? Why? But we'll go on. Then we have the visit from the grandson. How many in you chat remember the grandson's visit? We all know what happened with that disaster. And we're about to hear what went on with that disaster, because I as well have those. And it's quite interesting because this is also where she claims, without a doubt, these calls never happened. Her grandson never, never said what we had heard. She also claimed Jeremy paid her family to create lies. And we know better. We heard the recordings that she said never happened. Well, just to refresh everybody's memory, we are going to hear Landon's call again. We're going to hear it all over again, right, LP? The call that never happened. This was on in July of 2024.
So she wants to turn you with
Maybe
no.
County Sheriff's Office on the line.
Hi, I am so sorry to call. Is there any way I can have an officer dispatch to me so I can talk to them? I'm living on the property with Lynette Preston, Michelle Preston, whatever the fuck she goes by.
Excuse the
She woke up.
language.
So we're sitting in here. We're watching Lloyd's camper. Lloyd fell. He had a bad fall and he had to go to the hospital. She's trying to accuse us. She walked in, she's like, oh my God, it reeks of alcohol. I'm calling the sheriff. I'm getting you guys arrested. You need to get a plane ticket. You need to get the fuck off my property. And I just want to make sure, I want to have an officer come out so I can have them even see, what's all in here. I want them to see, I need somebody to talk to because she's threatening with getting me arrested and shit like that. And I don't play those games.
I'm going to pause it for a second because I do want to apologize. There is some adult language in here. And no, I'm not monetized, not looking for monetization. I want to play the truth. I'm looking for what really happened. I heard Jeremy's side. They keep saying they have evidence. They haven't presented anything. They haven't given any discovery when asked for discovery. All we get is stalls and procedural tactics of the attorney flooding the case with paperwork. But we'll continue Landon's call. So please note that this is an adult conversation. This is a public record from Levy County Sheriff's Office of a 911 call that Landon Preston made while staying in Lloyd's trailer on Preston's property.
I do not play those games because I'm not going to be arrested for me not doing anything wrong. It is not happening.
Okay, what is the address?
If you can give me just one moment, I'm going to grab that right for you, okay?
Okay.
It's 151.
We'll go ahead and I'm just going to try and, we all have that address, but we will divert.
Okay, and what is your telephone number?
Give me one moment, ma'am, and I can have that over right now.
I'm going to skip that. Bob, your ears are about as virgin as mine. Sorry, I forgot to redact this part. I'm just playing it straight from what's on the file from Levy County. Okay.
Landon?
Yes, ma'am. Lanten.
Okay. What, are you related to her?
Yeah, it's my fucking grandma. Yeah.
Oh,
It's
well,
pathetic that
yes.
we have to be in a situation when she told us to come down. She gave us opportunities. She said she has a fishing boat, this, that. We moved down here, and everything she told me was a fucking lie. It was just to get me down here so I can bust my ass, and I've gotten nothing in return. And she's going off on me, freaking the fuck off. She came in at about 6 o'clock this morning, screaming bloody murder. For starters, I don't even know how she got into the camper because the doors were locked. So I know they have a key, but I don't know if she used it. I know that Lloyd has asked for it back multiple times. Lloyd said he does not want her in here. He does not want anybody in here. That is why we are in here. We are in here to watch this camper, and we spend the night in here. We watch this camper. That's it.
Okay. Has there been any verbal or physical violence other than her coming in and screaming at you?
No physical violence. Verbal, I mean, she's just screaming, cussing, going the fuck off, per usual, but this time it's just a little bit worse. She said something about she's going to call the Levy County. I don't even know where the fuck Levy County is. I just fucking got here. Okay. I don't know where anything is. She said she's going to call an officer out and she's going to get us in trouble for drinking. Well, I want an officer to come in and look at the fucking full bottle of fucking alcohol sitting on the fucking counter, not even open yet. because that is his bottle that he got the day he fucking went to the hospital. He hasn't even got a fucking drink out of it yet.
Okay.
And he's accusing us of being fucking alcoholics. I'm sorry. Yes, I am about to be 19 years old. I was an extremely bad fucking alcoholic. I died 3 times in one night, and I had 23 seizures in one night.
Landon, what is your date of birth?
My date of birth is 11/22/05, ma'am.
Okay.
I've came a long way.
Where is she at now?
I don't even know. She's just running around. She's been texting my mom saying I'm screaming, I'm yelling, I'm cussing at her, I'm cussing her out. Ma'am, I'm not. Like, I'm seriously, I have not left this camper because I cannot stand to be around her. I have not left this camper, and she's texting my mom. She's texting everybody. She's calling people, all her friends, like Patty, Palmer, or fucking Mandy, whatever the fuck, and she's calling them and talking shit about us, treating us like fucking shit, and it's not right. It's not right, ma'am. It really isn't. When we bust our ass trying to do everything in our power to make sure that we can sustain this fucking household so that we can sustain this fucking living, and I'm not going to be treated like shit doing it.
Okay. Where are you at now?
I'm in the camper, ma'am.
Okay. All right. I'll have the deputy come out there and make contact with you, okay?
Thank you. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Just like grandma. I mean, Chucky, I seen you with the rosary. Say a couple extra for me, because all this swearing, like, I swear, we all swear, but wow, you know, and you can't blame the kid for being upset. She brought him there. You heard it. He said she had a fishing boat. But we also heard the story where she told him he was going to work for Jeremy Hales, and Jeremy Hales was going to give him a place to stay. This is also the same story that she had passed on to the daughter, his mother. We'll call her L. And, you know, it's a repeated pattern. He got there, and it almost instantly started with the fighting. She was going after the granddaughter. She was going after the friend. She was posting messages and in groups and telling people in messenger voices, voice recordings that she would leave, talking about these kids. And they're not children. They're adults. They are, you know, they aren't 21, but they were over 18. Liz, what are you checking for? Are we still here? Are you okay? I know this is shocking. I don't know if any of you have heard these calls, but you know, these are the calls that don't exist. Now, this is the first time I've heard the anonymous call that reported what was happening live as Lynette and John were violating the civil protection order. Oh, good, Liz. I'm glad you're okay. But you know, this is what they were dealing with. And you know, she also cut these kids off from food. They had no money, no food. um Lloyd was giving them shelter in his camper while he was in for surgery, and then went to the home. Chucky, oh, you swear like a sailor. Well, I do at times. I mean, yeah, exactly. It could be used a whole lot of different ways. So we obviously hear he's stressed out in this call. He sounds like he's at wit's end, and he's calling for help. It's nothing to me, but it helps me understand. Yeah. And then what did we hear that's in line with LP? He died 3 times from an OD, from rugs. So we shall go on. I made a slideshow. I only did it because I was, you know, trying to fill the void for when it does post. the recordings aren't going to be on there, but anybody who wants them, they can be obtained through Levy County. Now, that wasn't Landon's only call. He made another call to Levy County. Yeah, it wasn't the first.
Levy County Sheriff's Office recorded line said the driver's requesting EMS now.
No, I didn't know which one to click, which one to go through. I'm dealing with something at Lynette Michelle's property. This is Landon Preston speaking, her grandson. I currently stay here on her property. I'm looking to speak to somebody because she's trying to get us thrown off the property today. And we've been on this property going on 2 months now. We have we already got mail here. What?
Give me the address.
Yes, ma'am. What's the address for you? Give me it.
She's on the phone with the cops too. She's telling them that that she doesn't feel safe.
She's saying she doesn't feel safe when she's.
Otter Creek Avenue.
It's 151 North Otter Creek Avenue.
Saying bad things about us as people.
I'm going to pause this for a second. So, hello to Rosalind. Rosalind, we had a dumpster fire starting again, but we're here. We're going over Landon's calls that he made to Levy County. The calls that don't exist, didn't happen. You know, the stuff she claims was made up. It's AI. Everything was peaches and cream with that visit. Liz, oh, you're painting venom as you're listening. What inspiration. Okay, we're going to go back to the recording. So here we go.
She's going with the gun.
Again,
And
language.
She's the one who, literally, she even just said.
Give me a callback number.
A callback.
I'm gonna have to lower it because I was not able to take care of that.
975-2552.
And we're back.
And you said your name was Lane?
Landon.
Landon? Okay.
Yes, ma'am. She's trying to have an officer come out right now because she says it's unsafe with us here.
Is she the landlord?
No, she is the owner of the property, yes. But we're in somebody's camper, and which is not in her, it's not in her name or nothing. And he's also been here for 5-6 months now, and we've been here for almost going on 3.
Now, note, he brings up how long Lloyd was there. And he also talks about how long they've been there and that they're staying in his camper. She had them staying in the shed. And where was John at this time? John was locked up for the Pew Pew incident with Wes. So she went in to his camper, tried to put the kids into the shed. When Lloyd fell and injured his hip and needed surgery, he had the kids go stay in his camper because they were in this cramped shed. Even he recognized nobody should be living in that shed. And she lied. That other channel lied. They said she had a bedroom for that child back then in John's camper. And she showed images of the only bed in that camper that was John's. And ironically, the image she shared shows John sleeping in the same bed as the child. But that channel, her PR team, and the legal mind we know as Bubbles, was projecting and portraying her as having a pink bedroom. The child has her own bedroom. I recall that stream. I remember listening to Felisa laugh about it with Tori in the background. Look at the pink bedroom she has. No, it was not a bedroom. It was one single bed. She and the child were living in the shed until John went to jail for that 40 days for the Pew Pew. We'll go on with the call.
You know, because we've been here 2 months. We're going on 3 months.
Okay. All righty. I'll have an officer give you a call. Keep your phone line open, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Lady County Sheriff's Office recorded line. This is Amanda.
Hi, Amanda. This is Lynette Preston. I was calling to find out, has there been a call for service to my property in the last half hour?
I would have to let you talk to a deputy.
Okay.
What's your
Well, I just want to know, 941-249-2195.
Hold on, my computer's being really slow.
And I'm not
sorry. I'm gonna give
doxing
you the other
anybody.
one anyway.
That is
Oh,
no
no.
longer her number. So she is not being doxed. This number, again, is not her current number. It has been changed. This is a public record.
I have to unblock my phone because I'm getting prank phone calls by the hundreds. So I'll unblock it.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Bye.
Okay. So those are the calls that she claims did not happen. Shane, they did say that the hammocks were still there, and I believe they may have stated they were sleeping in hammocks. I mean, Lynette said she slept in the hammock. The child was sleeping in a hammock, and that in itself is dangerous when you've got an alleged special needs child that is sleeping in an improper I don't know how to say it, support of a bed. Anything can happen. It's terrible what she had put this child through up until just recently when they got the new loan for the new camper. So again, I just want it noted for the record that that is not her number. I have not doxed her. This is a call from 2024. Her number has since then been changed. Do not reach out to contact anyone in this story by any means for your own safety and, of course, for theirs. It's just not right. It can harm the case that Jeremy has. It can give her more ammo to claim that people are harassing her when no one is not. But we hear it daily. You know, everybody's going after her, the victim. Me. Chucky with the you know, when I lay in a hammock, I as well like to have a drink in my hand, toes in the sand, staring at a beach. I would not want to be on that property or in a shed on a hammock at any time. Hello, Nine Pin Bowling. Welcome. Okay, so in addition to the quasi legal fee participants, separate commentary, or, you know, the Slack channel deliberately inserted themselves into the dispute despite having no formal role in the case. We know who that other channel is that I'm talking about. That other channel, they inserted themselves into something they had no business getting into. They claimed that the child didn't have her own Christmas. She had a Christmas. She had a Christmas the prior year. She had a Christmas before that. And the child was absolutely invited to participate in the Hales Christmas in the Creek. The parents were not welcome because, or I should say, the parent, because John is not listed in any way as a father. She says it's all her. She's the only parent. So we have to go by what she has stated. So I'm just going off of what she has claimed. She claims she's the only parent. No one else adopted her but her. So John is just John to the child. They like to go back and forth. So 1 minute it's their child, the next minute it's her child. That child is nothing but a paycheck, and it's become property. It's become a possession, not a child living, going to school, happy days, playing with friends. No, in my opinion, this child is exposed, as we heard the child in the background while she's talking about this horrific situation with her grandson happening. Liz, that's a good question. How did she sleep in a hammock with back issues? I have had back surgery. I have had problems with my spine. I've had partial spinal fusions, and the things that she does with degenerative disc issues, she claims she has no spine, no vertebrae, but she can walk, run, and jump like a pro. She could toss a as I've said 100 times over, she could toss a tool box filled with tools, no problem. She was able to chuck it. So we've got the other channels participation. Um, they have previous documentation and personal disputes with the Hales, and they have expressed their animosity towards Jeremy and George. Um, you know, they they inserted themselves into this case. They aligned themselves with LP and JC and the parties, the characters that have all been introduced into this story. And it's been driven by their own personal grievances as well. They had a bone to pick, and this was how they were going to settle their score. And this is my opinion. My opinion. This isn't fact. It's not part of a record. This is my opinion based off of what I've heard them say in their knowledge or past relationship with Jeremy. Be it Felisa claiming she was his mod at one point, and we have Robbie, who actually knew Jeremy in person. So they spent time together. But again, they didn't belong in this case. If she wanted to help a child for Christmas, that's one thing. Go ahead, help a child for Christmas. If you're going to do something like that, do that, stick to that. Stay out of the legal end of it. If you've got an issue or a problem or a grievance, take it up with your own issues. Don't insert yourself into a case and make your case into their case and try and carry it over. It's not going to play well in the end, because it is exactly what it's spelled out. I watch it. All of you watch it. Thousands are watching it, and it's conspiracy. They are conspiring. They are getting together, making plans, laughing, making fun of him, calling him horrible names, making fun of George, calling her horrible names, you know, going off of her looks, her nationality, where her parents are from, accusing them of being, um, really bad people, I'll say. So it's been a whirlwind. But what do they have to hide? We listened to the calls. She said they never happened. And we heard the variations of the spins. What's the truth? Concealing the enigma. How do they get away and hide what they consistently make public? How do they hide it? Um, you know, they're doing this, their patterns, they're posting their behaviors on all the groups that they've taken part of, while claiming they're the victims. They're the victims while they're doing the attacking and the name calling and making the accusations. Chucky says, I'm surprised there are not more investigators. Like, if you can do a claim against the health insurance, they will spy on you, like typical. Right, with workman's comp. Yeah, you have to wonder. I mean, we hear it all the time here in the US that people that apply for disability or workman's comp or any kind of injury that requires some kind of payment, be it from the government or an employment agency, they usually have somebody that investigates. And usually there's somebody that, even if it's extended a period of time that they're collecting, there's usually reviews that require doctors, They want written reports. They want proof that you're still seeing a doctor. As far as we have seen and heard, it doesn't sound like that's happening at all. Not whatsoever. We heard a witness um, give a statement that Rosalind touched on in her show, where it sounds like she was recommended to do something, and even off of a recommendation that's made by a state agency, she's yet to do it. Big Bob, if I gave my opinion, I think it would go on and on over and over again. They will never stop. They will never move to another town and grift. Start over again. Yeah, no, their pattern has repeated. And this is absolutely what happens. She moved into Northport. They started out semi-friendly for the odd couple, and then they got involved right away with politics and neighbors, and then the police calls, and then her victimhood of my soulmate and what he does to her. We've heard all that, but have we seen this? Now hopefully I can zoom in on this. This should be interesting for me to try and do, because I actually have pulled up some of the police reports. And I apologize, because, like I said, everything, once again, I was more focused on getting my sound going than I was with what was going on with what I was trying to share here. And the reports that are up here, with the amount of time that we spent today, I know other people are going to start streaming. So I'm just going to go ahead and say that these screenshots, if you want to take them, they will be posted on my page. They're in this presentation that I put. I've got the police report about Landon. I've got the police report of Town Hall. I've got John Crook's police report that he filed about Jeremy, which is this one right here, following him to his property. Oh, I think I may have figured that out. Are you guys able to see this? Oh, Chucky. My dad had a friend that opened his front door and reached down and picked up his young child after school. Insurance investigators were parked across the street. And yeah, exactly. That's what happens. Okay, so this is the report from August of 2023. This is regarding the video that we have seen that got them the restraining order placed against them from Ohio. This was the narrative that John gave the police. Upon my arrival, I made contact with John Cook, who stated he was traveling on North Otter Creek Avenue when he observed Jeremy Hales committing an infraction. John did not articulate what that infraction was. John then stopped his vehicle in front of Jeremy's property and began video recording Jeremy Hales. John and Jeremy then engaged in a verbal argument, which was recorded by John and shown to me on the scene. The video showed both John and Jeremy issuing vague challenges to each other, but no specific verbal threats. Excuse me? No verbal threats were made, is what's in here. The video observed then shows Jeremy walking away from John's vehicle and returning to his property while John drives away towards his residence. Due to viewing the detailed video on scene and observing no assault or battery occurring, no contact was made with Jeremy Hales, nor did he summon law enforcement. Due to ongoing disputes between John and Jeremy, John was advised to attempt to avoid future confrontation by not driving past Jeremy's property if other routes exist for traveling. This incident was documented for informational purposes due to the ongoing dispute between John and Jeremy. I request that this case be closed upon completion of this report. So they literally closed the case on this. Like, who does that? Who does that? Like, I don't understand. How do you go from, if I want to know what video this officer seen, because we watched that video. I had that video. I showed it. And what did we see? We seen the beginning of John's video where he gets into his vehicle and states with purpose he is going to Jeremy's. He just seen Jeremy and Madame Mayor's husband drive down the street. So he gets in his vehicle barefoot, mind you, because we heard Lynette's spin. Lynette's spin was he was going to Walmart barefoot. Really? He was going to Walmart barefoot. Now, granted, we've all seen strange things happen at Walmart. People are constantly, doing crazy things at Walmart. And yet, life goes on. But back to the recording, we watched him go and follow Jeremy. He pulls up to the property and he says, "Oh, yep, there they are. There they are. Yep, there they are." And he talks a little bit more. He drives forward. The video restarts again, where his passenger side is now on Jeremy's property. And that's the part the officer is sort of narrating. But the sheriff left out one detail. In his recording, he does make a threat. Touch my car and see what goes bang. We've heard it repeatedly. Repeatedly. What's going to go bang? Yes, exactly, Shane. Okay, Nance, exactly. Nance says she worked at Walmart. You cannot go in barefoot. Most businesses do not allow barefoot people in their business. Nope. That's why they have signs. No shoes, no shirt, no service. Food, regular stores. I sometimes even just convenience stores. It all depends on the owner or the company's preference. And most do not allow it. I mean, children get away with it, but you don't see adults doing it. Someone needs to send videos of Elemental PR doing all these things to the SS office. So, Marianne, that's the thing. Reaching out, we constantly say it. Jeremy and George have constantly said it. No one should be contacting anybody. So it is what it is. I mean, at some point, you could only hope that with all this online, it will get reported. Hey, Rickles, how are you? Hope you're having a great night. Okay, so what we have on the rest of these here. The next screenshot I have, and again, I'm sorry with this. I'm winging it as I go after having difficulties again with sound and conflicting with other apps that I have. Yeah, it's a state board violation in many states to enter barefoot. Absolutely right, because even if it's not a full service, which I believe the Walmart by them that they go to is a full grocery store, what they call a super center. So I would imagine they would have that applying there. These other reports that I have in this document are from August 8th. And this report was filed by LP. This is the erratic reports that she was making. This report that's to the left of your screen is about a neighbor who, he's no longer there, but she's calling because, he's a math head and she wanted to report him. And at the same time that she's reporting the neighbor, she's also reporting on Jeremy Hales. The other one is from Mr. Cook again. And this one I find really interesting on the right side of the screen because it goes on to talk about they're calling. This is John Cook now. The complainant advised John Cook and Lynette Preston have been harassing her. Now, I don't get this is a John Cook report, and it says harassing her. And they took a picture of her grandson offline and sent it to her, accusing her of beating her grandson. Okay, I've got it into mine now. They were calling about her daughter, making a report, something she doesn't do. Another thing. Hi, Denise. Welcome. She don't call on her family members. These things don't happen. And they're calling to report that the 3-year-old grandson is in Oregon with the son and the grandmother. Lynette Preston and John Cook are harassing her through Facebook and Messenger. This report is stating what they are doing to the daughter and the grandson. They spoke to the complainant. She advised someone was harassing her on Facebook. I advised her to make her Facebook private and block the people. She told me she would take care of it. She thanked me for my time and she hung up. No further incident reported. This is ironic that this is how a town is handling calls. So, people again, these are calls that she claims she's never done. It hasn't happened. It's made up. Well, you can't make up police reports. You can't make up public documents. You can't make up what has been on the record and what they have posted and recorded. And as much as she hits that delete button, we all like to remind her the internet is forever. So, with that is my little presentation. I do have other stuff that I have that I'd love to share that I have been trying to just carefully navigate while we wait to hear what it's going to do and where it's going. I don't want to play something that could be misconstrued or even used by them. So I've been real careful in what I'm selecting to play. I'm trying to stay within refreshing everybody's mind of what we have heard, what we have seen. We're all kind of doing the little replay thing with the holidays coming. So that's where I'm going to end what I've shown and played so far. But I do have some Lynette reports. I do have some police records on John Crook that I can't wait to share on my next stream because those I found quite interesting. It kind of ties into the Juan and Myrtle story and Juan moving in with his brother. And what happened to his brother? I think I know. I think I found it. So, how is everybody's pre-holiday festivities going? Oh, yes, Liz, go ahead. You could post. If anybody wants to give their own channel or promote something, take advantage of it now. Go ahead and post. And everybody, Liz does art, so give her a look-see and see what she does. Rosalind says she's cleaning and cleaning and cleaning. Oh, don't talk to me about cleaning. I'm still waiting for the last 3 Christmas bins that were supposed to go back to storage that have not made it back to storage. By the time um, my offspring decides to move it for me, I'm going to need it back here to take down the holiday stuff. So I think I'm just going to relocate it to my bedroom. So it's not sitting, it's bad enough my desk and my computer have been moved into my dining room. Oh, let's see. Oh, we got Tammy is you are making crepes. Oh my God, guys. There is a Japanese store that isn't far from my house that is strictly all their stuff is from Japan. All their fish is fresh imported, straight from the boat, shipped as fast as the messenger service can get it there from FedEx and whatever services they use these days. But they have a crepe stand that does a matcha and oh my God. I had a creme brulee crepe that was unbelievable. It was like the best thing I had this whole year. I was in heaven eating my little heart out, saying, "To heck with the calories. I'm not going to count them because I'm right back at square one, and we're going to go ahead and make that another New Year resolution." Oh, let's see, Chucky. Okay, Chucky wants to send Rosalind messages. Um, let's see, what's everybody else got planned? Oh, Carol. Hi, hun. Welcome. And God bless you too. Again, I want to thank everybody who waited with the time difference and then what was going on with the sound issue. I still have to have some apps deleted that my son installed, and it is 100% conflicting with the mic. Oh, Carol, you are as well. You are as well. All of you are. Oh yeah, Shane, you should check out some of Liz's artwork. It's amazing. Liz, I enjoyed having all you guys here. And again, I can't say thank you enough for everybody who held out and stuck through. Um, Chucky, by the way, my email is listed. If not, I will, or if you're on X, I'll find a way, or maybe Roz can send you my email. I want to talk to you about something. And that person is now gone. I was hoping one other person was still in here. Hello, in the clouds. How are you? With all the stuff that they're adding into StreamYard and the double views and everything, I think they should make it where chat could be a little bit more interactive. Maybe even add voice chat in to some of the streams. Maybe not, obviously, you can't handle hundreds, but kind of like on what TikTok does, where you're allowed certain boxes. Like you have the guests on Streamwood or StreamYard, I'm sorry, where you could have guests come on, but not just your guests. Maybe select from your viewers and let them speak live. I think that would be a really cool feature. This way, you're not, you've still got your guests and participants that are with you, and then you could have, some active members as well, where it's not just chat. So is everybody ready for the melee that's about to take place at all of our dinner tables? Robin, like super tips? Super tips? Are you talking info or the greenback kind? I'm not monetized, so I'm still under 500 members, and getting into this monetization is not my thing here. Like, if it happens eventually, fine, great, but I'm not here to make money off anybody. Um, I think two people have been taken advantage of, have been drugged through the mud. Um, they have been treated unfairly by uh, sheriff's department, by, in my opinion, again, a state's attorney that willingly ignored a civil protection order and ordered a sheriff's department to ignore a court ordered document. I just, I've never heard of anything like that. And I've had family and friends who have worked for agencies in Florida. And when I tell people that have worked on the law enforcement side in Florida that were sheriffs and other departments, they're appalled. This would have never happened if they were working in that area. Even if they had somebody that was undermining their own investigation, they said it without a doubt. And I've heard other sheriffs that I've seen on interviews and stuff where they have gone against the flow and followed through on investigating and trying to take it to the next level. So you have to look at, I think that area really needs to consider the next time the voting comes up, who they're voting in for sheriff and under sheriff, and, shake things up. Sometimes a good old boys network works for a community, and then there's sometimes it becomes so bad that it pollutes the whole mainstream of anything moving forward. Yeah, in the clouds, I'll give you a big hint. Um, in the live stream, you probably want to go ahead and fast forward maybe 15 minutes, 10, 15 minutes, because I had a major uh, meltdown, or not me personally, but I could not get sound to happen whatsoever. So I had to finagle and move things around and finally got it going. But yeah, just fast forward and you'll absolutely see where it starts. So once again, I apologize for the technical issues that I had. I'm working on it. I will get it figured out. If that's one thing that happens, come New Year's, we're going to get this figured out, because I am planning to go live um, sometime during the holiday break, and we're just going to have a little fun get together, laughing, joking around, whatever. Um, and not take things so serious, especially with the holidays coming. I hope everybody has a really peaceful and happy holiday. I really do, including the Hales, especially the Hales. They deserve it. Jeremy and George, they could use a little peace of mind. And even for LP and JC, seriously, take a break, turn off your devices, enjoy the child that's there. Don't swear, don't fight. Let the child have a holiday with some kind of stability and normalcy. And with that, guys, I'm gonna wrap it up. Rosalind, you're not kidding. I wish it was just as simple as a button issue with me, but I'm gonna get this worked out. Like, I found a way to at least get around the mic issue, and I wish that I had found it sooner, but I did find it. But I am gonna have to go through the computer myself and just get rid of whatever is conflicting with the microphone that I have a brand new setup that I can't even use because there's too many conflicts happening with files that will not update or load properly because there's a conflict with other apps that my youngest offspring had installed. Oh, thank you, Big Bob. Oh, I'll be around. But yes, if I don't see any of you for some reason, if I don't run into you in one of the streams happening, I wish you all a very Merry Christmas, a very happy, blessed holiday for whatever event you call it or celebrate. And I wish nothing but the best for all of you. Oh my God, I think I feel like Laura owns all the best. Thank you, Chucky. And again, email me. I think you might know what I want to ask you. And with that, guys, we're going to say bye-bye. And I hope you have a great night. Thank you, Silver Fox.